Um, Kiki, what? What? Damn it. Kiki, will you go away? Why do you want attention so bad? Um, Kiki. But, yeah, my hair looks like shit. Um, I think it's unavoidable to talk about what happened yesterday, right? It's not necessarily going to be a topic for the whole stream, and I gotta be careful the way that I phrase this, but something don't seem right. Hey, what's up, Willard? Married 9/12. I assume you meant 9/11, but yeah. But there's right now there's still a bunch of buzz going on, and now they're saying, oh, it was like Ben Shapiro 111. Okay. But they're trying to say that it was like some tranny shooter, which wouldn't be surprising if it didn't wasn't like a fucking sniper shot from like way far away, right? With Charlie Kirk. And there's some like really fishy shit that happened with like a private jet at the Provo airport like an hour after. Like again, I'm not gonna make any definitive statements, but there's a lot of shit that's fishy about this. And like I didn't really talk about it in the video I did about it because that was more about talking about the man, about Charlie himself. But there's a lot of fishy shit with this. What's up, Lord Firebird? How are you? What's up, Bother Me None? Did the Prophet Muhammad give you presents this heavenly 9/11? Yeah. Um, Also, like, South Park actually pulled their episode about Charlie Kirk, which I don't I don't think they did that out of any sign of respect. I think they just did that because they're like cowards. Yeah, the Charlie Kirk thing did seem fishy. Yeah. Again, I got to be careful the way I phrase things, but definitely seems that there were, shall we say, foreign interests involved. Especially since Charlie had recently said some critical things about certain foreign entities. First live stream I've been to yours. Greetings from Perth, Australia. Oh, okay, cool. Well, welcome. This is a Redeye Raw, so this one doesn't really have a structure or anything, and it's just kind of me rambling and chit-chatting with the chat. The only reason I'm really talking about the Charlie Kirk thing is because I feel like it's unavoidable not to, since I'm going live doing a Raw like the next day. And I already did a video talking about it, obviously, but again, I did kind of gloss over the whole like theories and like crazy shit about it, but there is a lot of fishy shit. Like, again, the fact that they haven't caught the guy, the fact that it was a sniper, the fact that, like, I mean, there's all sorts of little things that I don't want to necessarily, my wife is a doctor, and if you didn't know that, wow. No, but, like I said, there's some suspicious activity at the Provo airport with a private jet, and, like, first time I heard about Charlie Kirk from South Park. I didn't know anything about him before that, to be honest. I mean, look, Charlie Kirk was a pretty moderate guy. And like, he made some good points that I agreed with, and he made some points I didn't agree with. I mean, as is the case with anybody, right? But one of the things is, he was like one of the things that's really fishy, and I'm just gonna say it. The second he starts criticizing Israel, then he gets taken out. And then Netanyahu's like the first to tweet about it. Very interesting. Senseless murder will never be the answer. Good to see you, though, dude. Yeah, I agree. And again, I don't know for sure who did it or why. The whole thing is, like I said, it's still heat of the moment. It's still, an ongoing and updating situation. But there's a lot of shit that's, like, not passing the sniff test to me. You know what I mean? I watched the video. He wasn't talking about Israel. He was talking about gun. Okay, so Anthony's Flash Archive, you were taking a hyper-literal interpretation of what I said. He was talking about Israel literally 2 days before he was shot. When I say the second he did, I wasn't being literal. Okay? I know he was talking... Like, honestly, that's another thing that's fishy, isn't it? He gets asked about trans shooters and then gets shot by what they're now saying was a trans shooter. I'm curious how that works. What's up, Andy? Anyone supporting his murder is an absolute barbarian in every sense of the word. Oh, yeah. But yeah, like I said, I'm not going to say anything definitive because I don't know. Nobody knows what the real motive was behind any of this. But, before all this, like, Trump was talking about, like, banning trannies from owning guns. And, like, look, I might not like trannies, but I don't like any encroachment on people's rights. Right? What's up, Vintage? So, to me, there's a bit of another thing with that I feel like is kind of odd to me. Like, it's still very fresh. It's still ongoing. But there's just things that aren't adding up, and I'm being careful with how I say that, and I don't want to say anything definitive because it's literally life and death, and it's also still ongoing with like the situation's developing. But it's pretty fucked. No matter what the actual cause was, it's pretty fucked. You saw the raw video? Oh, yeah, everybody saw the raw video, dude. It's fucked. In fact, I think anyone who's celebrating it should look at the fucking footage. They should have to confront it. I mean, if we had to look at George Floyd for fucking years, people should have to look at that if they're going to try and celebrate it. It was scary to look at? Yeah, no, it was. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Yeah, dude, the guy had like 2 young kids and a wife. It's a fucked situation. Again, no matter what the killer or the motive was, which again, I have my own questions about. No matter who or why, it's fucked up. I don't know, I cannot say if it was a government job or not, but I will say whoever behind this was a professional, and that's scary. Yeah, dude. It was like a sniper rifle from like a rooftop way. Like, that's why I'm like hesitant to believe it was just some tranny. Don't really care for Charlie, but who the fuck is wishing for his death? Lots of people, dude. Lots of people are fucking nuts. Feels like a mob hit. It feels like something. Like, now, dude, people are crazy. And, like, the more of the clips that are coming out of him, like, after he died, the more I'm like, you know what? Maybe this guy was actually, like, cooler than we gave him credit for. Because, again, there were things that I criticized him for, and, like there were points that I agreed with him on. And, like, I'm not going to pretend I didn't rip on him, because I ripped on him. He was kind of a meme on the channel, well, not really, just based on one stream. There was that one stream where we kind of responded to some Charlie Kirk clips. But at the same time, this really puts things into perspective with the way people have reacted to this, and it's awful no matter what the root cause is. Like I said, I've been seeing some very disgusting posts on X ever since his assassination. May God have mercy on the souls of people who are celebrating his death. Oh yeah, dude, no, fuck all these people on Twitter. Like, legitimately, I see all these people posting on Twitter about how bad he supposedly was, and I see that, and I'm like, you know what? You're making me like him more. Fuck you. Fuck Mercy. I mean, to be fair, I agree, Kino, 100%. Some of his views were cringe, but he seemed like a good dad. If he was a faker, then he would have. He wouldn't be killed at all by my logic. Well, the thing is, again, if you look, there were actually some clips where he was like starting to say some things outside of the approved narrative, and I think that that might have had. And again, I don't want to say anything definitive. I don't want to. I'm not trying to like use this as sort of any fuel for anything. I'm just saying there might be something there. Can't stand his views at all, or even him as a person, but what happened was really fucked up. I mean, again, the only views that I really took issue with was how pro-Israel he was, but again, ironically, it looks like since he was starting to criticize that might have, again, I'm not trying to sensationalize, like, it might seem like it, but I'm not. I just think it's a whole thing. In the end, he'll be the only one to pass judgment on the beings of this planet once they reach the next life. But yes, I agree, they don't deserve mercy. Yeah. The left really doesn't look good right now. Yeah, again, for me right now, it's hard to say a lot of things. Like, it's hard to really know. And that's the problem with the way everything is in this world. Like, there's so much uncertainty and so much corrupt and shady shit. I'm someone who's afraid to say my views on anything in case I get in trouble for it. Well, especially since you live in Australia, dude. Like, I know they're a lot stricter over there. We'll say regardless, every political commentator on the right and even on the left, for that matter, just should just avoid public booths to speak. It ain't worth it. I don't agree, actually. I think they should up security. I have so many theories about what happened. So do I, Corbin. So do I. Like, again, I'm trying not to be too definitive because it's a developing situation. But it's again, as I said at the beginning, something don't seem right. Something's not gelling. Bring back the mental asylums? Yeah, maybe. Go out and speak more? I mean, yeah, I could see that. Like, basically, again, like, let's take this at face value. Let's say this actually was exactly as they're saying it was. What you do in that scenario is you say, fuck you, I'm not scared. You haven't changed anything. We're going to go out and still talk. That's one way. That's one way to say fuck you, because at the end of the day, if this is exactly as they said, then it's literally by definition a terroristic move to try and scare people. I mean, look, how can they up security in gun-free zones? Yes, you can speak out online. Well, again, Stephen, first off, it was from a rooftop, it's seeming like, from away. So, like, I guess the only other thing is to sweep the rooftops and shit like that. Mental asylums exist, they just became outdoors. I mean, yeah, true. It's all one big asylum, isn't it? Like, either way, don't back down. I'm just against being open in public. Yeah, there should be no gun-free zones. I agree 100%. Like, I think that anyone who's like a high-profile commentator should have like armed security that does like a full sweep of the area and is prepared to react. And again, I've seen like clips of things of like that people think that his security was in on it or like throwing up signals. I'm not going to go down that route. Because I think if I start making if people start making definitive statements on that, that sets a really dangerous precedent. Because, like I said, this is a developing situation. But no matter what the root cause, whoever did it was trying to send a message, and you can't let them think that they've won with that message. I keep hearing people use the Charlie quote about empathy. Yeah, it's out of context, and I saw one of those in my comments on the video, and I'm like, wow, you're the millionth person to say that. You feel special? It was the juice, I'm sure of that. I mean, look, yeah, I'm right there with you, Keto. I'm being careful not to immediately just say everything and jump to that conclusion, but it definitely seems that way. I agree, Corbin. It seems that way to me. But again, I don't know. It's a developing situation. This whole thing, something don't seem right, and no matter what, whoever did it is a piece of shit. The day of the shooting, I got recommended a video of him saying everyone should be able to own guns. Algorithm is a dark sense of humor. Well, no, everyone absolutely should, though. Like, again, and there's going to be people that try to use this as an excuse to, like, push against guns. But, yeah. That first off, that wouldn't be what Charlie wanted. I know it sure as shit wasn't a tranny. I mean, yeah, I don't think trannies are that good of a shot. You know, though my concern is regardless who's behind it will probably motivate independent psychos. Well, yeah. And that's probably the goal. Whether it was some crazed leftist or some op, that's the goal, is they want to escalate. Right? It was professional, that's all I know. I mean, I agree, Keto, 100%. Like, there's no way in hell you make that shot and you don't have some training. Unless they have a military background. Yeah, I suppose, but I don't need to reiterate what Rabbit Waffles and Keto said. My thoughts is he made a moral choice to go off script and they took him out. I agree, Keto. I feel really bad for his wife and kids. Me too, dude. Me too. Like, goddamn. A 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. Apparently some cyclist disrupted his vigil. Can you go in general chat? If I do, it will end the stream. Because when I'm streaming from my phone, I can't be in voice chat. If you'd rather just talk in the server, I can do that, but I will have to end the stream. Noah should grow up without their father. Damn straight. They're talking shit about Kirk. Yeah, no, I heard about that. If it's okay for me to say this, I'm 28, female, metalhead, and tomboy. I say this as I'm someone who doesn't believe in the trans stuff that has gotten others mad at me before. Well, yeah, dude, that's the thing, is when you speak against the narrative, people will get mad, and it's frustrating. And I hear you. It actually choked me up thinking about those kids having to grow up fatherless and eventually find out what happened to their dad. Yeah, and they're going to see video of it, too. His kids watched him get shot. Yeah, only is that they don't remember it and it doesn't, like, traumatize them since they're really young. But, like, at the same time, they're probably going to see it on the internet eventually anyway. The problem is there's so much purity testing. Yeah. Off topic, what do you think the term... But do you know the term cisgender? Yeah, I think it's a slur against normal people. Wasn't the shooting in your home state? Yes, it was. His kids and wife were there on campus. I know, it's fucked. It's fucked, dude. There was so much blood. Yeah, there was, dude. I've seen the video. Like, I've seen the video multiple times because it was all over Twitter, right? But when I was at work, when I was sending off one of my drivers who I never talked to about, like, anything. He was like, yeah, you seen this? And he shows me the footage. And I'm like, yeah, no, dude, I've seen that. Like, a lot of people at work were talking to me about it, and they never talked to me about anything. 100% cisgender is basically just a way to put normal in a specific group. Yeah, I agree. I feel bad for his wife and kids. Can't imagine how seeing it live felt. Oh, yeah. His wife's name is Erica, yeah? That is true, Andy. It is the 24th anniversary of 9/11. And it seems people don't care. Well, yeah, dude, because people are fucking psychotic. Am I the only person who didn't see the uncut footage? I bet you that news programs won't fucking show it because they don't want to humanize them. But we had to see George Floyd die. And George Floyd was a piece of shit career criminal. Do you know anyone who defended Charlie Kirk's death? I mean, like, Destiny. Destiny's been saying horrible shit, but that should be no surprise. Destiny always says horrible shit like that. Australia's very strict about guns. Yeah, I know. Weird how everybody who speaks about a certain topic dies. Yeah. The news didn't show it. I know. That's what I'm saying. But yes, I do believe his death will be remembered forever. Yeah, that's the one thing, is I think this will immortalize him. And that's like the one, I don't want to say silver lining, because it's not worth it at all for the fact that a family lost their father and husband. But at the same time, at the very least, he will be remembered. Yeah, guys, we're all cucks according to Destiny since we disavow it, right? Yeah, no, Destiny's a piece of shit. I don't understand it over opinions. I mean, that's, like, look, that's kind of where we've been for a while. Things have been ramping up over the years. There's a reason I'm fairly cynical, and I'm not the most optimistic guy. And, like, I try not to, like, wallow in that, and I try to take the wins where we can get them and be positive when I can, but it gets tougher and tougher every day. I haven't seen the footage yet. It's pretty graphic. I'll tell you that. I'll warn you. It's graphic. A lot of blood. Better believe the old Golden Gates opened almost immediately for him once he passed over to the next dimension. I mean, yeah. Charlie seemed like a good guy. Like I said, I had my disagreements with him in the past. I had my, like I said, I made jokes here and there, you know, when I would watch, like, his speeches and stuff. But I never thought he was a bad guy. I have the footage still on my PC. It's unreal. Yeah. I mean, it's probably good to archive that shit, because I bet you they'll try to scrub it. I know I shouldn't, but I don't care. I'm almost glad they fired Dowd for talking shit about Charlie. Well, yeah, fuck them. Like, if people are talking shit and they, like, they get fired for it, that's their own fucking fault. Like, if they're a fucking personality who's talking about it and, like, just praising the death of a father and husband, fuck them. Don't watch the uncensored video if you're squeamish. You've been warned. Yeah, it's pretty graphic. What do you think of gun control? I'm 100% against. And this tragedy will not be something that can be used to sway me in any other way on that. That's really deranged? What's really deranged? The people celebrating? Oh yeah, that's not healthy behavior. Yeah, no, it's fucked. I saw the video. It was crazy. Yeah, dude, it's rough. Even if someone's a leftist, they should find a tragedy. Legitimately, ironically, look, I think a lot of leftists, I believe in people controlling guns. Yeah, I think everyone should be in control of their own guns. Everyone should have one. I agree. It's like a nice 12-ounce mouse reference. But I knew that once I viewed the video, he was dead almost immediately. Yeah, no, it was, when they were saying that he was alive in critical condition, I'm like, that's wishful thinking. Like, the guy's gone. Way too much blood loss? Yeah. Well, it hit his carotid artery, clearly. Like, it got him in, like, zone 1 of the neck, which is, like, one of the worst spots you can be hit. Very wishful, yeah. Let's see. I also feel sorry for the shootings in school. I mean, yeah, like, look, the thing is, I don't want to, like, go and, like, do this whole tangent, but the vast majority of mass shootings are committed in, like, areas like Detroit, which already have like super heavy gun restriction and they're just gang violence, so the news doesn't cover that really. Either that or the jugular vein. Well, I think it probably hit both. Like it hit some pretty major veins and arteries. I hate how much of a goblin I was yesterday. It was brave and wasn't a pawn like I thought. It's impossible not to respect somebody who will die for the cause. Yeah, I know, Corbin. Like I said, I knew you were just not thinking clearly. But yeah, it was pretty rough, some of the shit you were saying early on. Those people shouldn't have died. I mean, yeah, look, when people get murdered, it's never a good thing, obviously. I know that's not like a hot take or anything, but I wish for his family that things didn't have to be this way. Yeah. I kept thinking, why him, until I looked more into it. I never heard him before. Yeah. Forgot to mention, I'm not a fan of parties, too many people, loud music, crowds. I'm not a night owl. I prefer arcades, video games, anime, foreign media, and classic gothic stuff. I mean, look, I don't really like crowds either. I'm super antisocial. I get that. Detroit has the most shootings. One of the most. Like not like Detroit, Chicago, areas like that. They're pretty bad. Like a lot of these like inner cities that have really strict gun laws tend to have like huge mass shootings all the time, and it's always gang violence, so they don't really talk about it. And people try to say, "Oh, that doesn't count because poverty or whatever." Like, people will shift goalposts to fit a narrative all the time. This isn't a dating site. That's a good one, Kino. I hate when someone acts like some super loving, tolerant person, yet quite the opposite. It is quite the opposite. I'm genuinely tired of it, yeah. In Corbyn's defense, I thought he was a Zionist too. Obviously, that doesn't mean he deserves to die, but it did make him more sympathetic that he called those people out, yeah. The left has 1,000 excuses. Yeah, they always do. They always do. With what was the thing I was going to say? Hold on, let me think for a second. Oh yeah, I was going to say, like, I think a lot of the leftists will that are like condemning it. There are a lot that are performative, that are just covering their own ass, even though a lot of them actually like incited violence. Ironically, though, do you know who's like actually seemed kind of genuine, and it kind of surprised me? Cenk Uygur, of all people. Like, he genuinely seemed upset about it, and that surprised me because Cenk Uygur is always kind of a guy that I never liked. The official upload of the assassination got age restricted. Well, obviously, Andy. Obviously, it was pretty brutal. Been watching a lot of videos or podcasts he's been on. I don't agree with everything he said. It should never warrant murder in response. Well, yeah, I agree 100%. I'm not talking about the left or LGBTQ. I'm talking about people in general. To what I said before, people get on their high horse. Well, yeah, obviously. I know that like people pretending to be more caring than they are is not like a partisan issue. That's a thing people do in general. It's very funny, all these TikTokers deleting their posts, like the fat chick on TikTok after calling out Kirk's death being what they thought good. Kirk at least said his views to your face, unlike them. Yeah. I never heard of him. Yogurt. Yeah. At least he had children, so a part of him will live on, and they aren't Indian. True. Cenk actually seemed genuine about it. Yeah, he did. Shank yogurt. Yeah. Hassan didn't know. No, Hassan's a piece of shit. Fuck Hassan. Cenk has empathy for people, at least. True. I hate India. Well, who doesn't? Cenk didn't even go the gun violence route with his apology. No, he didn't. Like, Cenk, like I said, Cenk seemed genuine. Well, to be fair, they'd met. Like, they were, like... The thing is, like, Cenk and him were on complete opposite ends of the political spectrum. But they'd met and, like, talked, so they knew each other. I feel bad for Charlie Kirk's family. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. He probably thinks it, but he had the decency not to spew it. Well, yeah, I'll give Cenk credit. His response seemed genuine. My apologies if I came across like that. It's not my intention. Don't worry about it, Firebird. Kino's just messing with you. They bring up Jan 6. Yeah, a lot of people will. some DC Comics writers got let go for Charlie comments. Good. Fuck them. Normally I would say, oh, people shouldn't lose their jobs for shit. But at this point, with how toxic it is and how many people they get fired all the time for having even slightly right-wing opinion, fuck them. Let them get fired. You hate India? Yeah. Are you a bot or some type of AI? But yeah, like I said, South Park pulled the episode, but I don't think they did it out of respect. Like, some people are saying, oh, they did it out of respect. No, they didn't. No, they fucking didn't. I do, in fact, H-word India. Would it not let you say hate, but it let Bother Me None say it? Everybody hates India? True. Why do you hate India? Genuine question. I don't like a lot of the culture. India has, a very, disgusting culture where they, and I'm not going to go too into it because this is YouTube, but, they literally, poop in the streets, and, they smear cow manure on their faces to grow facial hair, and, there's, really high, rape rates, and, they film the rape and sell them on the black market, and, there's just a bunch of other things, just overall the culture, and also, if you're in India, you'll get, attacked by, gangs of, and I'm not saying this is a euphemism, I mean the actual animal. There's monkeys that attack people in India. You'll go in there and you'll see, a gang of, squirrel monkeys or spider monkeys or whatever, and they'll come and steal your wallet because they're little assholes. And people who live there just deal with them. I don't hate India? Okay. Matt and Trey are husks of themselves? Yeah. It's an underdeveloped shithole? Yes. They have culture, as in bacterial culture? Yeah. Hassan being put in the new content cop would be when a Hassan content cop would be an hour long. Yeah, if old iDubbbz did one on Hassan, yeah, it would be pretty long. But obviously now, no. Monkeys are notorious for killing or raping humans? Yeah. Will South Park remove the episode temporarily? I dislike censorship. I mean, they pulled it for now. I don't know if they're going to keep it pulled. Again, I also dislike censorship. And hell, Charlie himself embraced it. He literally made his profile picture the Cartman version of himself. I had no idea. I guess I'll just try to love everyone. We're all children of God in the end. I'm not saying that I hate every single individual Indian. I'm just saying I don't like the country or the culture, and I don't think that it should be brought over here. The DC comic literally wrote a book about J.K. Rowling, a skull for being split. So yeah, I feel so sorry for him. Yeah. People argue that his beliefs are bigotry and stuff. Well, yeah, because they're fucking pieces of shit. Like people who are like, oh, well, he was big. Fuck you. I certainly understand, man. Thank you for the reply. Of course, I'm not gonna lie to you or pretend and I get it. I'm not saying you should hate every individual. I'm just saying it's a culture that doesn't mesh well with ours, and it shouldn't. We now have 2 to 3 million Indians in Canada, unfortunately, out of 40 million people total. Yeah. Would you high five an Indian? They should just add a disclaimer to the episode. I don't know. I think pulling the episode was kind of a bitch move, honestly. Rolling skull being split and her getting killed is what I meant to say. He's psychotic. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Bigot is like the left-wing version of the word woke. I actually think bigot is more annoying than the word woke. Well, yeah, because woke actually is like as cliche as it is, there is a bunch of shit messaging that's put by leftists into media. Whereas the term bigot literally just means someone who has extreme beliefs. And there's no one who doesn't have extreme beliefs. I'd rather someone be honest that they're an asshole than try to act like they're nice. I agree. I don't even completely hate Indian culture. They have some cool beliefs. I just think the country sucks. I mean, there's aspects of every culture you can find that are okay. It's just cultures aren't equal. That's just true. That's a fact. And, I mean, look, I like the food that they have here. I probably wouldn't eat Indian food in India just because they have, no, health and safety standards with their food, but You know, the stuff like one of my favorite restaurant is a local Indian restaurant. So whatever you do, don't smell your hand afterwards. Wash them immediately. And the people should stay in their own country and are worth their own women instead of ours. I define woke as Jewish propaganda, which is just what it is. Yeah. I do think calling things woke is kind of corny. Not gonna lie, but at least anti-woke people agree with me on a lot of my views. I will admit that the term can get overused, but I don't really I don't really care. Like it is a valid criticism, even if some people do go and make it kind of cliche. Charlie's getting the American Medal of Freedom from Trump. Good, he should. I mean, it was created by them. Yeah. It's not like Kirk was the most extremist. It's what's scary. Not that killing anyone extremist or not is justified. Well, yeah, again, Charlie Kirk was pretty moderate. Imagine, like, all these people celebrating the death of a moderate. Imagine what they think of anyone who's slightly less moderate. You have to agree with everything they say or else? Right. I heard some people are now blaming South Park for the death. I think that's retarded. I think that's crazy. RRR is best India. Yeah, no, dude, I love that movie. Trump will still support the people that killed him, though, I'm sure. Oh, yeah. You think killing Jesus would be enough for Christians to get it? Yeah. I mean, that's a good general term for leftist ideology. Yeah, that's stupid. That had nothing to do with what happened. I agree. If anyone's actually genuinely, unironically blaming South Park, they're stupid. You know, I actually agree with him getting the medal. He died an American, upholding freedom of speech, at least. Yeah, again, that's why I'm like, he's giving him the medal. I'll stand by him doing that. People blame everything. I've seen blame video games for shootings, and I've seen people blame weed on shootings. Yeah, people will blame everything. You're right. Don't forget Jack Thompson. Tried to pin Columbine on Doom. I respect him in that regard. Yeah, that he stood up for what he believed. Yeah. Video games seem to be the most common scapegoat. I'd say the second most common. The most common is actually the guns, I think, and that's like blaming a car for car. Like that's like outlawing cars for like car accidents or people running people down with cars, which happens. Video game. He truly stood up for freedom of speech. Yeah. Well, that's the thing is he'd like people would ask him questions that he didn't like, but he still wouldn't like cut off like their mic or anything. Like I wouldn't agree with his answers, and I do feel like some of them were not like satisfactory, but at the very least he let them speak. Plus, whether you like him or not, he's influenced the youth and should not be, or to not be indoctrinated into college. Yeah. My comment was for comedic relief only. Okay. I've tried to tell people that you don't have to agree with everything on one side you support or do or say, but the others have gotten annoyed at that. Well, yeah, I mean, like, I believe in standing by what you believe, but at the same time, don't just get, like, absorbed with factionism, right? Where everything is like, it's our side, so it's okay, or it's their side, so it's bad, right? College can be good if you know what you're doing, like if you're going into the medical field, etc. If you have like a targeted idea with a degree, then yeah, you can make it work. Bro, smoking the shit out of that cigar. First time? I do this all the time. And when I say first time, I'm asking, is this your first time seeing me smoke? Because I smoke these pretty quick. They're descendants of the peasants holding pitchforks. Oh, hang on. I'm in top chat, not live chat. I just realized. Only the left deals in purity tests. I mean, I've seen it on the right, but not to the same degree. Although, yeah, I agree with Corbin. Like, one purity test on the right, you will get killed for. The fact that people think J.K. Rowling is next is also crazy. Or want J.K. Rowling next, I assume is what you're saying. She's hardcore lefty and a feminist. Yet all she does is disagree with them on trans and they want her dead. They literally commented to her next. Oh yeah, of course they did, because they're pieces of shit. weed is chemically mind-altering. There's a far greater argument there than media. Yeah, I agree. Like, people who act like weed has, like, no negative effects, I think are also crazy. Like, I certainly wouldn't go to the extremes some anti-weed people do, but pro-weed people piss me off often more in some regards, just because I've dealt with a lot of stoners. It's pretty simple. If you think nationalism is good, then you're a good person in my book. You don't have to have it as your ideal, but you have to agree it's good or else. Yeah. If J.K. Rowling makes you afraid there's something wrong with you, absolutely. I've seen you smoking cigars before, bro. Always nice to catch you when you upload, man. Yeah. We need more badass people these days? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. If you're scared of Kirk and Rowling, then you're mentally ill? Yes. Weed can be addictive? Absolutely. Now you have to be that badass? There you go. J.K. Rowling's a hardcore leftist herself. The left is constantly eating itself. True. Do you like Trump or not? Not anymore. I used to. Not anymore. Charlie Kirk versus TJ Kirk. Charlie kicked TJ's fat ass. They have awakened a sleeping giant? Absolutely. This is, I mean, like I've seen, lots of comment. What changed for you? When he bombed Iran was, the first thing that started to put me off. But then the Epstein cover-up, and then the fact that he 180'd and he flip-flopped on a bunch of things, and how much he's, basically just been, subservient to, Netanyahu. Who's TJ Kirk? The amazing atheist. The all-consuming abyss of mental gymnastics and illness. The left was never meant to exist. Yeah. I agree with you about anti-weed people are annoying, but pro-weed people can be annoying too. Yeah, absolutely. Almost every subreddit I know has posted are happy he died. They're like, well, he sucked ass and was awful, but I guess I don't want him dead. They're almost sad they have to say they don't want him dead. Well, yeah, anyone, who has to qualify it like that is just saying that to cover their own ass. Can't stand the Epstein BS. I hate how he's avoiding that. I agree 100%. I don't know him, but the name sounds retarded. Yeah, no, TJ Kirk's a loser. The amazing atheist is a piece of shit. Show us the damn list. Yeah. I think we should just legalize weed, but not deny the negative side effects. Yeah. Trump's a sad disappointment. All I want is nationalist president. I agree. To be fair, even though TJ Kirk is a leftist, he's had good takes, the way he's anti-SJW and anti-feminist. He's not anymore. And he never really was. That was just he should have shoved a banana up his butt. Well, he did. Or are you saying he shouldn't have? He hasn't been anti-SJW in forever. Yeah, I know. Don't believe in God and not supernatural shit, but I'm not an asshole about it. Yeah, well, I mean, I do. I'm Christian, but I'm also not the most traditional Christian. I plan on doing a whole video talking about my religious beliefs eventually, which, they're a bit odd, but, that's kind of why I want to do a video, just kind of talking about it. Weed is a medicine, drug, not some miracle plant. Yeah. I don't keep up with the news, to be fair. Too much upsetting ongoings. Yeah. We've already seen CJ seethe and dilate with a banana. When does he troon out? Soon, right? Amazing Atheist literally made a video how he thinks he started anti-SJW culture and regrets it. Yeah, he literally tries to act like he invented being anti-SJW. I'm not religious at all, but I don't believe in atheism either. Atheists are so cringe. Yeah, no, especially hardcore ones. If it's just somebody that doesn't believe, that's one thing. But people who are hardcore about it and have to be fucking self-righteous fucks about it, those people suck. Yeah, it's it's a struggle for some to say they have to have fellow sympathy for another innocent human being. Yeah, I get it. My mother used to be a Christian. Now she believes in the force of nature or something. As long as it makes her feel better, I see no issue. Yeah. Well, I think religion should be a very personal thing, like for me, like it is. Um, but that's just kind of my 2 cents on it. Like I said, I'll do a whole video talking about it eventually. Kind of crazy. Kirk was going to have a debate with Hassan scheduled not even a month after his death. Yeah. People who make one thing their whole personality are losers. I agree. I think people should just be honest about being who they are, not be an asshole. Yeah, I mean, like I'm not going to say like full stop, never be an asshole, because I'm kind of an asshole myself, but I agree with the sentiment. I agree with like the spirit of what you're saying. Like if you're just like an insufferable prick, then you're an insufferable prick. In fact, the author of Harry Potter knows about the T.J. Kirk banana incident. Yeah. I think you can be more likable. Yeah. I literally don't allow me or my family to watch the news because I don't want them being upset all the time because of everything going on in the world. And close to where I live is highly debatable. Yeah. But my whole personality is being a German gamer. Okay. Well, I mean, that's okay, though. Hey, Redeye, what's up? Not much. I can't stand people who make a thing their whole personality because you're not being a person. Yeah. I discovered you from your Conquer live streams, and now I just like talking to you on stream. Yeah, dude, it's good to have you here. Being nice isn't the same as being good. I agree. I forgot to add nationalist. Very important. Yeah, see, that's 3 things, Keto. German, gamer, nationalist. You're good. You're not making it just 1. You got 3. Get so many viewers on streams lately. Yeah, no, I've been doing pretty good with my stream viewer count. Yeah. German gamer 1488. Yeah, we just had some shootings where I live. It seriously sucks sometimes. Yeah. Redeye streams are easily better than his videos. I don't know about that. I view videos as my main content and streams as like secondary. But if that's what you think, then great. Sums up what I'm saying to Corbin. Summed up what I'm saying to Corbin. Yes. Literally GGG. Yeah, I'm a real person, not NPC scum. Just don't call yourself Adolf online. I think Keto could get arrested for that. Can you do a German voice to make fun of Keto? Can you do a German voice to make fun of Keto? That sucked. My German voice, my fake German voice sucks. It can be kind of funny with like simple phrases, but like trying to say more than that, you know. I'm a split. Gotta get going. Have a good one. God bless Mr. Kirk. He's in heaven rocking with the best of them. Yeah, there you go. Nationalist, not National Socialist. There is a difference. Yeah. And I hate how people will say shit and then have no argument. Yeah. Every German I've ever met would hate Keto. Yes. Sums up my answer. Okay. Who is Chip? Chip's a regular viewer. He's been here for a while. Kind of look like Alex Rosen, but with dark brown hair. I don't know what Alex Rosen looks like. I don't really know who that is. Why would you do that? Now I feel... Oh, why would you do that? Now I feel bad. Now I'm just fucking with you, Keto. You know what's funny? I'm super American when it comes to like pronouncing foreign names. Like I'll say Rio Asuka, not Rio Asuka or Asuka, right? But like when it comes to German names, I go out of my way. Like I say, like instead of saying Werner von Braun, I say Werner von Braun. I do not sound like that. I sound worse. Yeah. Alex Rosen is the pedo hunter. Oh, okay. My accent's pretty bad. Oh, yeah? You know EDP 445, Alex Rosen is the guy who exposed him? Okay, that guy. Can you do Arnold Schwarzenegger's voice? That's German? I mean, he's Austrian, but... Can you do Arnold Schwarzenegger? That's my Arnold. To be honest, I'm still upset over losing someone whose music I grew up with. That's personal to me. Rest in peace, Ozzy and Charlie Kirk. Yeah, to me, like, the death that hit me the most this year was King Cobra JFS. Like, I genuinely cried like a bitch about him. I think I never spoke with a native English speakers, so I don't actually know. But other Germans say I have. Yeah. Well, you're always welcome to join the voice chat, and then we can see your accent in action. German and Austrian are kind of similar, or kind of in a similar boat. Okay. Who, what? Oh, King Cobra JFS. He was a YouTuber who would do like drink combos, he called them, or he'd do food hacks, and he made music. Next time I will, hell yeah, dude. From now on, every chat that Keto says do in a German accent. This year's been awful. Yeah, it really has. I kind of felt bad for King Cobra when he passed away. Oh yeah, me too, dude. Like I said, it fucked me up. No, it's been a crazy year. It's been a crazy week. Like there was that chick that got stabbed on the subway, and I apologize for not committing her name to memory. It was like Irina something or Irna something. She was that Ukrainian woman that got stabbed, and that was like a couple of days ago. So Austrians are just German light. They'll come back to their father country. They have no choice. Yeah. I know you'll disagree with me on this, but I think you should call people what they want to be called by. I mean, yeah, I disagree. Okay, if you want to do that, I'm not going to stop you. Like, I think it's wrong to compel someone to speech. If you want to call someone something, then you do that. I don't give a shit. But like, I'm not gonna do that because I view that as validating delusions and bad for everyone. They don't call Tiny Mustache Man Austrian painter for no reason. Well, yeah, he was Austrian, and he was a painter. I'm not sure who that is. Do I need to check him out? King Cobra JFS? Yeah, he was great. Like, he's typically lumped as a lolcow, but the thing is, like, I don't really think that's fair. I think he was just an autistic guy who was doing his thing and having fun and being himself. That pissed me off. She was just a child. Yeah, dude, she was only, what, 17? That was a racially motivated crime, but the media is trying to hide it. Absolutely. I could be a better person in a lot of ways. But I've had to be mean to people in my own family for their own good sometimes, too. If you know somebody is doing something bad, then you have to be. I agree. The man said I got that white girl after the stabbing. Yeah, he sure did. I think that was more disgusting. However, Charlie's is more tragic because he had kids. Yeah, like... Yeah, that's fair. Although, then again, she was, a kid, technically, still. So, that is pretty tragic, too, obviously. I know who you're talking about, that woman on the subway transit. Yeah, call me Kraut because I'm sour. I think it's respect, but some people need to take way too deep than it needs to be. I don't view it as respect, I view it as validation. Again, I'm not going to tell you how you should view it, but I view it as validation of delusion. Like Malachi, I'm never going to call him Valerie. You see, because of sauerkraut. Yeah, I got the joke, you see, because of sauerkraut. The man that stabbed her had a history of mental illness and arrest. Yeah, no, a huge history of it. Everybody I know is becoming right-wing now. I feel a slight return to normalcy is in that way. Yeah, I think that is one thing, is I think this will radicalize a lot of people, and I think that's good. It pisses me off. Yeah, dude, I miss Josh. How did he die? He had a heart attack in his sleep. Yeah, I didn't hear that part. I didn't know she was a child, although 17... Yeah, well, yeah, like I said, she was a child in the technical sense, but 17's really fucking young to die, right? But, she was still a child. Who is Josh? King Cobra JFS. You're smoking that stogie till it's dead, yeah. Any video game you're looking forward to releasing soon? Mine is Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. I guess the further chapters of Deltarune. Not really a whole lot. Way too young. Oh, yeah, dude. Okay. Oh, my God, close to my age. Yeah, no, dude, it's that's awful. Yeah, absolutely. You should message Jason. If he doesn't answer in 10 days, he's dead. Jason hasn't answered in months, dude. Jason's probably dead. Like, I hate to think that, and I hope that he's not, but he probably is. I kind of had a lot of weird political phases. I was once some alpha right winger, then I went through a socialist phase, and now I'm more of a centrist who leans right. So me, I was like kind of generic Republican as a kid because that's how I was raised. Then I went through like a socialist phase in high school, and then I've become more and more right wing as time's gone on. I'm pretty fucking extreme on a lot of things, and I'm not ashamed of that. Also, people's argument about Charlie because of what he said about the Second Amendment. Yeah, well, yeah, those people are fucking disingenuous pieces of shit who want to politicize it. I was waiting for Venus blood, but they delayed it for 1 month, which isn't much, but still, yeah. Thought the victim was 23, not 17. I heard that she was 17. Regardless, she was really young when she died. I think a lot of people have a problem being afraid of being normal. Yeah. Political views are the only thing that realistically is non-binary. Yeah. Jason who? Why are they probably dead? Gotta go see a fugitive. Yeah, see you later, I almost called you Jason Vintage. Yeah, see you later, Vintage. Jason is a Discord friend. He's one of the funniest guys in the Discord, if not the... Well, he is the funniest guy in the Discord. And he's disappeared. Have I tried messaging him? I don't remember. I know the one has a few times, and I think Steven has. I don't know that I have myself personally. Still 23 is young to die. I mean, yeah, either way, she was really young. I know you are, bro, and I love that about you being extreme. I mean, yeah. I do my best to keep a low profile around others when it comes to my views on things. I mean, I think there's an argument to both of those things. Like, I think there is a time to filter yourself, even though I don't like it. I can respect people that don't. I hope Jason's alive. Me too. Me too, dude. I like Edgar better. I mean, look, Edgar's fun, but Jason was the whole package. He was smart, he was funny, and he was over the top. And he was also like a real guy. And like he would open up to you. Like Jason would have a heart-to-heart to you if he had you in a one-on-one call. Didn't he recently make one post? No, Jason hasn't posted in months, dude. American politics is a joke right now. I mean, not just right now, but yeah, in general. It's toxic right now. Again, not just right now. This isn't a modern thing. It's just people are more aware of it. I like how I can be so unfiltered when I talk to you. Yeah. Jason was the coolest guy on the server. Absolutely. Well, that can't mean he's dead, man. I hope he's not. He might just be dealing with life. I hope so, but he had a lot of health problems, and he was like a self-destructive alcoholic, so... Well, to be fair, it's been toxic for years, but it's gotten worse and worse. Well, yeah, it has gotten worse, but it's like, it's not even just years. It's been toxic for, like, ever. You should do a Rest in Peace Jason stream. I've thought about it, but I don't know. I've gotten in trouble before speaking my views on some things. Again, like if I'm at, like, work and shit, I don't really talk, like, if someone asks me an opinion, I'm going to be honest about it, but I, like, don't go out of my way to, like, talk politics at, like, work, for instance. I don't know him, but from what I'm hearing, I hope he is doing good. I mean, yeah, me too, dude. Now your favorite guy on Discord is Chisu? that's real funny. That's real funny. It's real funny, Zach. Maybe he went away from the internet to live a happy life elsewhere. That's a nice thought. I mean, that's what I like to think. We all love Chisu. At times. No, I love Chisu, but he drives me up the fucking wall. I've had my autistic moments thinking people will agree with my extreme takes. It never ended well. Yeah, true. Repeat Jason's catchphrase. I can't say that on YouTube. You remember my name? Yeah, of course. I'm actually really good with names. Sometimes I pretend I'm not, but I'm actually really fucking good with names. Jisu's funny. He can be, but trust me, when you've dealt with him enough, the novelty wears off. It took you off guard, yeah. Say something you'd think I'd think is funny? I don't know, that's... Say something funny. Dance, monkey, dance, right? Like what do you expect me to do on command? Weed? Whatever could you possibly mean? What, about how Chisu drives me up the fucking... Or are you talking about Jason's catchphrase? I actually don't know the catchphrase. Repeat it. I literally can't. Is there a way I can even, like, say what it is without saying it? Jason would say all, and then he would say a word that I've said on stream, but I cannot say on stream in this context, and then must hang. He would say all blank must hang. That was his catchphrase. I literally can't say that on YouTube. All blankers must blank. Yeah, there you go. Chisu spams the shit out of me with ridiculous shit I never have the time to read books, man. Fucking pages and pages of shit on Discord. Oh yeah, absolutely. Is the blank supposed to be the N-word? Yes. I can't understand a thing he says. What, Chisu? Yeah, nobody can, dude. I mean, I can. I can translate Chisu, but, you know. Might have gotten the catchphrase from Full Metal Jacket. Yeah, I mean, Jason just liked to say shit. Like, he had a few catchphrases, but that was the one that when we talk about his catchphrase. It's the only thing I don't like about Chisu, the fucking spam. Yeah. Chisu always says the most random bullshit. Yes, he does. Actually, with time, his incoherent rambling becomes more understandable. Oh, yeah, you can understand it. It's just, there's not a whole lot of substance. The man has like 6 thoughts that he repeats ad nauseum. Andy does too, yeah. And it's just completely random, dumbass shit, yeah. Andy always points out the obvious. Yeah, that's kind of Andy's thing. I like how Andy's the only one in your chat that can say the hard R. True! I don't know how Andy gets away with that. Like, I'm happy he can because I have my YouTube set to no filters, but for some reason he's the only one who can do it. He can just casually drop a hard R. Chisu's priorities in life consists of doing abridged anime voiceovers, editing DBZ girls to be obese, and spamming gibberish. Sometimes he cleans his plates. Discord, as I use it, I get concerned whenever they add new policies and rules. I wonder how things are going to go. Oh yeah, Discord has some really stupid policies. Still love him, though? I mean, yeah, like I said, I still like Chisu. He just drives me nuts. Like, Chisu is my friend, but he's, aggravating. I can't understand Chisu. The poop represents depression. You don't understand true art? Okay. Because YouTube must pick favorites? Yeah, I guess. I feel like a lot of autistic people point out the obvious. Yeah. I can't. My Germanic power is fading. Yeah. What, you try to drop a hard R? I was confused when he said he didn't like me. Yeah, dude, I thought that was bullshit. Like, the first thing he says, I don't know you and I don't like you. And I'm like, what? And then he tried to act like you were starting shit when literally that was like his opener to you. These movie collectors or whatever you want to call them are unfunny and they never say anything funny. Yeah. Is seriously something else? Yeah. I do laugh at some of the shit they say because how stupid it is. What, Chizu? Today was the first day his dad sneezed in front of him. Never forget. Yeah. You don't understand true art. That Jewish midget yelling at the trumpet player in New York City. Oh, these physical media collectors. Oh, okay. When Fabio the Italian Stallion got taken down from YouTube, I was surprised at first to be... Yeah, that's fucked up, dude. That guy never said anything that bad. Like, I think it's because he called some of the people in his comment faggots, and he did it, like, a lot. And I think that's what got taken him down, which is retarded. But, yeah. Andy's definitely either further on the spectrum than me or actually retarded. Oh, yeah, no. Andy is, special. Ugh. Whew. Andy was funny earlier when we were talking about Charlie Kirk dying, and he was just saying Mario Maker turned 10 years old today. Well, yeah, Andy will just bring up random factoids all the time. That's kind of his other thing. I finished the book of Joshua, not too long, 24 chapters, and much as the Israelites going to war or saying who got what land where, didn't expect a dispute of the tribes on the sides of the river over. Do I ever piss you off? I mean, there was that one time when you left when we were watching Sergeant Friends. I was like kind of pissed off that I'm like, oh well, we watched you smoking weed and eating Taco Bell, but our funny cartoon isn't entertaining enough for you. I'm sorry we weren't so discerning. But no, you've never like genuinely made me angry. It's not only 9/11, but someone lost their life and his brain is on Mario Paint, kind of based. Yeah. Never forget. Yeah. That was funny when we were talking about Charlie Kirk, and then, oh, you already said that, though. You already said that. Weed do be funny? Yeah, there you go. I shared what Chisu sent me on Discord. It's too long to share the full thing. Oh, yeah, I know, because even in Discord, he has to post it in multiple parts because it's too long for the character limit. Andy's brain's always on something? Yeah. I don't like Kevin Smith arc of Degrassi Next Gen. He's just disgusting and grotesque stink bag that befouls all he touches. The plots ain't interesting and the movie isn't good. I like how right now I'm literally reading Chisu chats, but posted by you. Andy's brain is an interactive pause screen. On posting... Let me do my Chisu. On Close Encounters, it's a thing of Brazilians being attacked by the Chupa Chupa, or Sucka Sucka, a glowing ball of light from the sky at night that zaps them and drains blood or ki or whatever, like with the god and Demon Lord Dante attacking Sodom and Gomorrah. Chisu chats, but he actually makes sense, right? Fucking birds trying to get in my dog's water bowl. By the way, that's exactly how Chisu sounds, by the way. His abridged voiceovers. Yeah, I do collabs in his voiceovers quite a bit. In fact, he has a new script he wanted me to look at and see if there's anyone I wanted to play, which I need to look at. Why does Chisu always talk about Big Bang Theory? I don't know. Why does he always talk about Law & Order SVU or Degrassi? Hey! Not you, Evie. You're good. You're good. I'm just scaring off the birds, puppy. I'm just scaring off the birds. Just one question. Does he talk like that because of autism? Because I heard other autists sound like that? Well, yeah. My least favorite South Park characters are PC Principal, Butters' parents, and Randy Marsh. Really? I actually, like, PC Principal I liked in Season 19. Randy's great, and Butters' parents are great. What I like about Discord is that there are servers about my interests. Apart from that, I don't have nor care about social media, yeah. I'm not really active on, like, most servers in Discord. The only one I'm really active on is mine. Last time on Canada, a man was arrested for crippling a rat that broke into his home with a hammer, but replaced rat with burglar and hammer with a power drill. I have autism too, but I'm nowhere near as spammy as him, yeah. I'm just posting his shit now, yeah. Now his parents are pieces of shit that don't care about Butters. Yeah, that's why they're funny characters. Randy has some moments I just find him annoying. Same with PC Principal. Well, like modern Randy, but like with the Integrity Farms thing. But they finally ended that. And Randy was actually good in Season 16 again. Or not 16, 26. He was still good in 16. How exactly does autism manifest? As far as I understand, it means people have trouble communicating normally. It's different for different people. Autism is just the new ADD. There are real autists, but there are far more misdiagnosis to sell meds. True. A friend of mine recently made a video that isn't about smoking weed or food reviews in Taco Bell about us exploring abandoned house. Oh yeah? Good Chisu voice? Oh yeah. Not as good as Steven's. Steven does a perfect impression of Chisu. You were diagnosed with Asperger's when you were 11? Yeah. Who's smarter, the Cucumber Clan or Edgar? Cucumber Clan. So glad Integrity Farms is over, yeah. Mr. Mackey is one of the corniest characters I've seen. Mr. Mackey's just kind of there. He's like a nothing character. The rise of autism is weird, though. It's almost artificial. Not that I would ever imply anything. Well, yeah. Well, like, look, I mean, didn't, like, RFK recently, like, find that, like, women taking, like, Tylenol can, like, cause autism? I wasn't a fan of Integrity Farms. Nobody was, dude. It sucked. No, the Cucumber Clan can't be smarter than Edgar. I don't know. Because the Cucumber Clan can actually understand how a conversation works. But Edgar just kind of talks at you. I mean, Cucumber Clan says nonsense, but he'll reply to questions and stuff directly. Whereas Edgar, you gotta ask him like 6 times before he'll give you an answer. Edgar's actually smart as fuck, but he's running off some crazy-ass alien software. He knows what the fucking monad is. Yeah, that's... Edgar has some pretty good knowledge on some things. Sorry when I hear about Asperger's, I only think of South Park. Sorry you have that, though. I mean, Asperger's isn't that bad. Like, I honestly think it's stupid when they tried to say that Asperger's isn't a thing anymore, because it's a good way to distinguish between a genuine autismo and somebody who's just kind of a spurg. Cucumber Clan will accuse you of being woke and homophobic, yeah. Okay, you queer. I tried being nice. Words won't reach a beast with no soul. You're a wretched pile of human waste. Now, I'm like slowly turning him into Peter Lorre. You are the reason God makes rapists. If you were my son, I'd sell you to Diddy. I just slowly turn him to Peter Lorre. Stop scaring me. Talking about the episode where Cartman sticks burgers up his ass. Well, yeah, I know what you're referring to. Honestly, from now on, I'm going to... If I read Chisu things, I'm going to read in the Peter Lorre voice. I'm absolutely going to do that. The stream's been great, yeah. Season 15's great, yeah. It's exactly what Chisu sounds like. Love Peter Lorre. Yeah, Peter Lorre's fun. Oof. Yeah, if Chisu shows up, I'm going to start reading his chats in Peter Lorre. Hopefully he shows up on this stream. Like, I'm getting close to ending this, I think, because I'm almost done with the cigar, and I've been streaming for over an hour at this point. And I do got to head to work here in a minute, but heard about the recent South Park episode about Labubu dolls. I've seen them before. Yeah. Chisu is a mad scientist. Yeah. Integrity Farms would have been a good idea for one episode, not multiple seasons. Yeah. No, that's the point of Butter's parents. They're funny, that they don't care about him, but I just don't see it. Okay. Well, I think Butter's parents are really... Especially his dad. His dad's pretty funny. His dad's like fucking flies are everywhere, dude. His dad's like a worse Clay Puppington. Who's worse, Eric Cartman or Caillou? I mean, Caillou's not a fun character, so in that regard, he's worse. Anyway, if you're talking like morally, obviously Cartman. I fucking love Butter's dad, yeah. Anyway, I think I'm gonna wrap this up. I gotta get ready for work, so I will see you guys later. Have a good one. Toodles.